Well, hello YouTube and welcome to this episode of Lost on the Way. And in this episode, I'm really depressed right now, very discouraged. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I will try to have this episode submitted no later than Monday. So on Friday, you'll get a previous Lost on the Way that I recorded before everything went down. And then on Monday, you'll get this, by Monday, you'll get this updated one. And then hopefully by Friday of next week, I'll have a new 118 100 Day Survival Challenge for you. Can't make any promises, but that's kind of what I'm intending. On this episode, I just need to do something mindless. I haven't played Minecraft for a couple of days, and I just want to mindlessly dig for a while. I think I have enough pickaxes to dig a little bit. So normally I like to fast forward the digging so I don't bore you all to death, but in this particular instance, I'm going to go ahead and talk while I dig. And then once I'm done doing that for just a little bit, maybe we'll use up a couple of these pickaxes or all of them, I don't know. I went into creative mode and I addressed all of this, so if this looks a little different, that's why. I went through and I fixed all of this up and made a nice railing and changed how this flows down. Probably killing my puppies off, but I really don't care right now. I changed all of this. I don't know how much you saw before, but now you can walk right up here and have this nice lava fall that you can watch. I changed the stairs, added the railing, just made it all look real nice. And then down here I've added this door, so if you're coming from the last Lost on the Way episode, this one will look familiar how things are laid out. I went into creative mode and I flushed it out and made it a square. So that's why this looks a little different, and I've dug down a bit. But from here on out, we're going to work exclusively in survival mode for the most part, I think, through the... What the heck? I hear something making weird noises over in my wall. For the most part, through the rest of this. Might be my Kerrug. I was gifted a Kerrug coffee machine, and I enjoy using that. And I just got through using it, so I'm thinking that's what's going on. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm doing that, and you can just see the food going there. So let me tell you what's going on. Now, I haven't decided how I'm going to release these episodes yet, but there is... Am I doing this correctly? Because you always want to have... Yeah, I think I'm doing it right. There is a Lost on the Way episode that I may not have aired yet, where I talk about... Let's take these guys and stick them over here so they don't jump down into the holes I'm trying to dig. Here you. Sit. Good boy. Anyway, there's an episode where I'm talking about the new TV I got. What happened was I helped my parents sell their motorhome, and I got them a good price for it and got that taken care of, and I earned 10% off of that. And that 10% came to somewhere in the vicinity of $1,000. That's the most money I've seen probably all year, and I probably will see. I don't have a steady income or a job or anything. And I used that money to replace my TV because the TV I was using was an old 32-inch that I had for years ago. I got it when I built my gaming computer, which I'm still using. So I got it back in like 2012, 2013. So it's over 10 years, almost 10 years old. And it was hurting my eyes and causing me really bad headaches. So I got rid of that TV and I got myself a 55-inch LG Nano TV. I don't normally buy nice stuff like that for myself. I'm not saying this to boast. I'm not saying this to look at what I got. I don't want people to feel jealous. I worked really hard to get it, and I don't normally get stuff like that. You know, I don't normally have the money for it. Things just don't normally work out for me to get nice things like that. So I did not get the one that I thought I was going to get. I thought I was going to get a Nano LG. What it's called is it's called a 55 Nano 85 UNA. is the common American version, comes in a blue box. I ended up getting from Newegg, from a seller at Newegg. It wasn't sold through Newegg, I suppose. I got a 55 nano 85 UNF, which I guess is an Australian version, but I was also told it was an American version. So I don't know who's accurate or truth on that, but that's what I got. And I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it's not the highest construction bill. It's made in Mexico. What do you expect, I suppose? I guess if it's made in Mexico, you're not going to... I mean, some of their stuff's made in Taiwan, and I imagine that that's going to be a little better quality. But this thing was made in Mexico, and but it has good picture, worked good with once I figured out to name one of the inputs PC, and I got a good new cord for the HDMI, I was able to enjoy some really nice computer monitor quality, or fairly close to it, picture quality. Because I use the TV as my computer monitor, so it's not just a TV I watch TV on. It's my computer monitor. It's my, TV screen. I'm gonna, well, let's see. These are gonna get cleared out probably, so let's not add anything there. Grab this side wall. Anyway, I've had this TV now for maybe about 3 months. 3 months. Like right around 3 months. I got it at the end of July, I want to say. So, been enjoying it. When I finally got it set up right, it hasn't been hurting my eyes. I've been able to do content, as you guys have noticed, at YouTube. However, that has now changed. And what's happened is, I have a hard drive, an exterior hard drive that my uncle got me from another guy that he got it from. I'm very grateful to have it, but this exterior hard drive decided it wanted to die on me, and it's a drive where I have files that I transfer and move around. I have various things on it that I use, and I plugged it in the other day, and I just got back. It was my father's birthday. I just got back from being downtown, and for some reason or other, it was super crowded downtown. And I got back from being downtown, and I was feeling really weird. Now, you might have heard me say this before, but I am an empath. I know that some of you might think that's woo-woo type stuff. They're also called HSP, or highly sensitive people. I'm an HSP or empath, however you want to call it. So when you see me in a party or in a room with other people, I am gravitating to be off away somewhere, off to the side or away from everybody, because I just don't want to have all that interaction. I don't like a lot of interacting with people. I'm not antisocial. It just overwhelms me. I get overwhelmed by all the stuff. I can get like angry, and I'm not even angry. I can be perfectly happy, and it's not because I'm bipolar or anything. I can be perfectly happy and go into a group of people, and somebody there will be angry. And I know this because all of a sudden I'm angry for no reason. When I'm angry, I have a reason for it, I don't just get angry for no reason. I don't turn on a switch like I'm acting one way at one time and then another. It's not that way with me. That's not how I operate. But when I get angry, it's always because there's some kind of a reason. Something has gone on or happened that I've absorbed. That has caused me to be angry, and then when I'm angry for no reason, it's because I've absorbed that anger from somebody else. I don't know if I'm explaining that very well. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist or whoever it is that looks into these sorts of things. But there is an author, Judith Orloff, and she writes about all of this empath stuff. And if you want to understand more about it, go ahead and read that book. And she is a licensed doctor. As far as I can tell, she has a MD or a PhD or something attached to her name, so she seems to know what she's talking about. Anyway, so I get back home after being downtown. There were crowds of people. I could not believe how many people. I've never seen it this crowded around this area. I don't know what was going on, why there's so many people. But I went into the store, and almost 2 times at least, probably more, but 2 that I can clearly recall, people almost ran into me. They were rushing through the aisles. There were families of children and women and children running around. There was just people everywhere. Normally it doesn't bother me, but on this particular day, it really got to me, I guess. I didn't feel angry or anything when I got home, but I just really felt weird. I didn't feel myself. I told my dad that I needed some time to center. I needed to listen to some music and get centered. Now, here is a tip for you parents that have highly sensitive or empathic children, and I don't care which way you want to call it. The thing is the same either way. If they tell you they need some space, give them their freaking space. And if they tell you you need to listen to music or center, let them do that. My parents just don't understand, I guess. I just keep having to say that statement all the time because my dad interrupted me 3 times. I was listening to Five Finger Death Punch's War is the Answer. I love that album. I think I love it more than their newest one. I've been listening to that. I hate it when I start a song and then someone interrupts me and I have to start it over again. I have to listen to the song all the way through without interruption. My dad interrupted me 3 times. And my mom was going to do pizzas because she wanted to do something for Dad's birthday. I thought she could handle it on her own, but Dad made me feel kind of guilty because he wanted to go to work and get his work done for the evening. But he thought he said that he'd have to stick around and help Mom out to do the pizzas if I wasn't going to help. So I went ahead and asked what Mom needed, and she wanted me to. Well, she didn't want me, but she was going to have some sausages cooked, and it would have helped her to cook the sausages, keep an eye on them, make sure they didn't burn. So I did that for her. I figured I could handle that. But between that interruption and everything else, I didn't get enough centering time. That's my theory on what happened. I don't know. Then the hard drive died on me and I just blew up. Now, I used to be a lot worse. I used to really have extreme bouts of anger, and I've only recently come to understand why that anger is there, where it comes from. And it hasn't been so bad lately. And it's even better if you can meditate every day. But if you can't meditate, well then, or if you don't meditate, well then you don't get that benefit. But I don't normally blow up like I used to, but I used to blow up so bad I would break game discs in half. I broke controllers. You talk about gamer rage. There is nobody that probably could say they had more gaming rage than me at times back when I was younger. And I lost a lot of expensive stuff, and it's expensive for me. It's not expensive for a lot of people. I mean, $100, $1,000, most people can seem to come up with that really easy, but for me, I've never had lots of money and resources. Once I save up and get something, to give you an example, I worked my arse off for I don't remember how long to earn $60 and some change to get the special version of Morrowind when it first came out for the PC. I got the special collector's edition, and I worked like my tail off for that. That's just kind of how my situation is. I don't normally have these nice things like that, so it really hurts when I break stuff like consoles or controllers or games or what have you. Well, in this particular case, I flipped out, and it wasn't even my normal, most of the time when I get angry, it's like a blind rage, and you don't really think. In this case, I was thinking. I didn't want to leave a hole in the wall, but I wanted to pick up this hard drive. After I tried plugging it and unplugging it a few times, once I figured out it wouldn't work, I slammed it on my tower of my gaming computer. Hopefully I haven't damaged anything inside the computer. That, of course, didn't fix anything, so I wanted to throw it on the wall, and I was thinking about it. I wanted to put a hole in the wall, so I ended up throwing it at this heavy board between those 2 sets of closets doors. Where I'm sitting, it's to my left, and I threw it at that, and it broke apart satisfyingly, and I felt relief. I felt relief at having been able to punish it, of being able to break it and teach it who's boss. I guess I felt empowered from that. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. Maybe that's the whole thing where the anger's coming from. I don't know. But I felt really good. I felt really good about it. I picked up the pieces. I snapped it back together. Tried plugging it in again. Of course, it didn't work. I mean, it's probably dead forever now. I'll never get the files off of it. I don't have the money to take and have it fixed anywhere. So that's probably dead forever. When I plugged it in to take a look at what was going on with it and look at the screen of the TV, because I had my computer on and everything, of course, I noticed that there was a strange black box on the TV, just off center, going from the top to the bottom. And I looked a little closer, and I could see 3 bright white holes, because what had happened is, I guess the hard drive had somehow managed to bounce, because it's not too far from the TV, this board that I'm talking about. It somehow managed to bounce off of this board and hit the TV hard enough to slam into it near the bottom and crack the glass underneath the plastic and break it. I did have a crazy thought, like that meme that's out there where the guy hits the TV that's kind of showing the same kind of a pattern with a hammer and fixes it, but then I realized, he just did a before and after image of what it looked like before. He hit it with a hammer and then afterwards, because it's broken underneath. There's no way hitting it with a hammer is going to fix it. I did tap it gently with my remote, but I figured just by looking at it in the pattern that there's glass underneath the plastic that's broken, so it's not fixable that way. So I'm out a 900 basically and some dollar purchase of a TV. That's essentially what's gone on and happened, and now I can't do my content anymore. I can do like I'm doing now with, I'm using a 32-inch TV that was my parents' old TV, but I don't want my parents to know what happened. I want to keep that from them. I don't want to tell them anytime soon. I want that to be my, information just for me only for right now. I know it'll have to come out eventually. I can't bear dealing with that right now. I just don't want to. So I have locked my door, and I'm now doing this video, and I pulled out this 32-inch TV that I normally stash behind the big one, and I'm doing this video, but I'm not going to be able to do content as regular as I was, because it's too small a screen, and I'm just not going to tolerate it, and I'm just not in the mood or ability to handle it right now, so I'm just not going to do it. But I wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I am going to try to make this work to the best of my abilities. Eventually it'll have to come out, and then I'll just use the 32-inch to the best of my abilities. But right now I just kind of throwing a fit and not really feeling like doing much of anything. I kind of feel like the universe is against me. If I was a Christian, I'd blame it on God. As I'm not a Christian anymore, I don't get that privilege of blaming it on the universe, but I kind of feel like, I have the worst fucking luck in the world, and pardon the slip into the swear word. I was trying to resist, but I had to add that swear word. So that's what's going on, in case you're wondering. That's why content's going to be slower. Hopefully this update will be done and ready for you by Monday, so you can look at it. I need to make some stairs and dump some items. So you'll have that to update you, and then I will have a 100-day challenge. If I'm able to work on it enough, I'll have it done by Friday next week. I won't leave you guys in the lurch. I'll give you guys content to the best of my ability, but just don't expect much out of me right now. I'm having a pretty bad time. So yeah, I guess we're not going to get to the potato farm. I've basically said all I needed to say. Got a brand new TV, lost it. Now trying to limp along with this little 32-inch. The screen's not terribly bad. I just have to sit too close, and it's too small. And like I said, I don't want my parents to know what happened. If they see this, me working on this TV, they're going to ask what happened to the big TV, and I don't want them to know. I'm feeling ashamed, I'm feeling ashamed. I'm feeling discouraged. I'm feeling disappointed. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling a little angry and frustrated. And I'm just going to have to work through this. That's just how it is right now. So I'll leave it at that for now. I'm going to close up this video. I'm going to keep building on these steps. I might add in something here at the end if I find anything interesting or any diamond. I might do a little diamond dance for you. But otherwise, this will be the end of it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.